Here's one we haven't talked about yet. Jeff Bezos stepping down from the CEO position at Amazon. I found this article on Wired seeming to speculate that Bezos is too busy to be the CEO of Amazon. And I kind of hear that. So there's actually, who's the writer here? Stephen Levy. He has been around Bezos and other tech executives for a long time. And actually, in this particular article, talks about a previous interview in which Bezos said, hey, I pretty much don't do anything that I don't think is improving the world or improving mankind. I don't want to work on anything in the future. I'll give you the actual quote here. I won't spend any time in my life working on anything I don't think is important. I'm just not going to. I don't need to. That was actually in 2018, I believe, and it was at a Blue Origin launch event. Now, we know that Bezos and Elon Musk have been going back and forth as far as some space stuff is concerned, and they both have space ambitions. Bezos through Blue Origin and Musk through SpaceX, and of course
Starlink.
But also the other player, Virgin Galactic, with Branson. So it's like there's a renewed interest in space, and I'm reading through this article. Say, hey, wait, you're the CEO of one of the most important companies in the world, and you're too busy for that, and you're only 57 years old. How old are these other guys? How old is Tim Cook? Can we get a quick peek at that? I know Elon is younger. He's not quite 57, but like Cook is 60, and he's doing Apple. Elon is 49. He's not quite as old as Bezos, but you're sitting there thinking, why are you stepping down right now? And we saw he put in charge the AWS guy. That's an area of their business growing rapidly outside of the e-commerce stuff, selling things. And then another speculation pops up in this article I'm reading about how there's been increased pressure on Amazon and others, and Bezos himself, tech executives from Congress and the questioning. And you remember he had to show up and sit there through that whole thing and say, well, yeah, we're collecting data, but blah, blah, blah. And Tim Cook has to sit for 7 hours with Epic. And so the writer of this article reflects on that initial comment that that Bezos isn't interested in working on anything that, I remember this. So we were rating their backgrounds, who had the best background during that antitrust hearing.
It was Pichai, right? Did we vote for Pichai?
I think Pichai has the best background, yeah. I was very upset with Apple's. It was super generic, and Zuckerberg is just on like a webcam, or it feels like he's looking at a laptop, which is fair, but the other guys have a real sort of flattened camera image.
Yeah.
The camera's on tripod further away. So it's a question of also framing. Is it, I mean, you've watched Unbox Therapy. It's kind of like from the chest up, and Pichai kind of nailed that.
Mm-hmm. You see slightly the hands.
You see slightly the hands and
posing.
Yeah, he's a pretty nice set over there, but Bezos is probably second place. So anyway, he doesn't want to do that stuff anymore. That's the speculation. Is like,
right.
You know, I want to get to space, and I was sitting here thinking, man, if he really wants to take on Elon with the space stuff, what better way than letting somebody else handle the day-to-day at Amazon? Now, he's still going to be involved in Amazon. Obviously, he has a significant role there. But let's say you just free up some time for yourself, and you have built one of the most successful companies, period, ever, and you bring that same mentality to Blue Origin. And I believe does he not have another project as well that I'm forgetting right now? Oh, he also bought the Washington Post, right?
Right.
Yeah. He's got other stuff going on that he can probably go ahead and focus on. And at 57 years, maybe he thinks that's a better move, and maybe he just personally enjoys working on that other stuff as well. But if I'm Elon, I'm sitting there saying, oh, you get to just do space now? Because I got to fund all my space stuff. I got to sell all these cars still. I got to figure all that out.
Yeah, that's not fair.
So, but I'm sure they're all going to find time, and Bezos is 8 years older. So Elon's got that little extra time there to figure that out. But gonna be fun to see what happens and what Bezos ends up doing. Seeing as how he probably did this to free up a little bit of time and to avoid that nasty CEO role and having to show up in front of those questions every so often.